Have you ever wondered how a simple ingredient like salt, something we use every day in our kitchens, could actually transform the energy of your home? Today, we're diving into an ancient practice that may seem unusual at first but has powerful effects on the energy and atmosphere of your living space. In this video, we'll explore the incredible benefits of placing salt in 7 sacred spots around your home. Spaces that hold the potential to cleanse negativity, invite abundance, and create a sanctuary of peace and tranquility. But there's more than meets the eye. We'll also examine these practices through the lens of Buddhist philosophy, understanding how intention, mindfulness, and the act of purification can harmonize your environment and your mind. Trust me, you won't want to miss this journey of discovery. Before we dive in, don't forget to like this video if you're excited to learn how these simple, yet powerful practices can change the energy of your space. Share it with friends and family who could benefit from this ancient wisdom. And make sure to leave a comment below to share your thoughts and experiences. And, of course, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future insights into creating a life of peace, balance, and mindfulness. Salt in the entrance of your home. The entrance to your home holds a sacred significance in many spiritual traditions. It is not merely the physical threshold between the outside world and your personal sanctuary, but a symbolic gateway where energies, both positive and negative, pass through. In ancient practices, the energy that enters your home can profoundly influence the atmosphere, affecting everything from your emotional well-being to your financial abundance. Placing salt at the entrance is thought to act as a protective barrier, purifying any negative energy that may have followed you in from the outside world. Salt has long been regarded as a powerful substance in various spiritual contexts. In many cultures, it is seen as a purifier, capable of neutralizing negativity. When placed at the entrance of your home, it is believed that salt can absorb unwanted energies, preventing them from entering your living space. The entrance becomes a sacred space where you consciously invite positive energies into your life. In Buddhist teachings, this concept aligns with the practice of clearing the mind before meditation. Just as a meditator strives to eliminate distractions and mental clutter before beginning their practice, placing salt at the entrance can be viewed as a symbolic act of clearing the path for only positive, mindful energy to enter. It's a ritualistic act of preparation, creating a space where the mind and surroundings are in harmony. Salt in this context functions not only as a physical agent of purification, but also as a reminder to be mindful of what we allow into our mental and emotional spaces. Just as we carefully select the energies we invite into our home, we must also be mindful of the thoughts and emotions we allow to enter our minds. Example: I recall a friend who was going through a particularly difficult phase in her life. She had experienced several financial setbacks and was struggling to regain balance. She decided to try the practice of placing a small dish of salt at the entrance of her home, not merely as a superstition but as a conscious act of intention. Every time she crossed the threshold, she reminded herself to let go of negative thoughts, bringing only mindfulness and positivity into her environment. Over time, she noticed a shift in her energy. It wasn't an immediate, dramatic change, but gradually, she felt lighter. Her home felt calmer, more welcoming, and she began to notice opportunities for financial improvement. The salt at the entrance, while seemingly a small gesture, acted as a reminder of the power of intentionality and mindfulness in shaping her environment. In the Buddhist tradition, this is an example of how we can use external rituals to help guide our internal transformations. Salt at the door can be seen as a metaphor for the way we need to prepare our minds before entering any new phase of life or beginning any new practice. It's not just about protecting the home from negativity, but about protecting the self from becoming overwhelmed by the stresses of the outside world. By using this practice, you are not only clearing the space physically, but also preparing yourself mentally and spiritually for whatever is to come. In this sense, Salt serves as a tool of both purification and mindfulness, a way of reinforcing the importance of being present in your surroundings and intentional in your actions. Salt in the living room. The living room is often the heart of the home, the place where family and friends gather, and where we relax and unwind. It's a space that carries a lot of emotional energy, both positive and negative, and the quality of energy in this space can have a direct impact on the mood and atmosphere of the entire household. Just as the entrance is a threshold, the living room serves as the space where this energy is experienced most intensely. It is where the interactions, conversations, and emotional exchanges take place, creating a dynamic flow of energy that can affect everyone who enters. Placing salt in the living room is thought to enhance the flow of positive energy, encourage harmonious interactions, and create a calming atmosphere. The presence of salt in this space is believed to neutralize tensions, helping to dissipate any negativity that might arise during stressful moments. It's a small but powerful gesture that encourages peace, serenity, and mindful communication. In the Buddhist context, the living room represents the shared space of collective interaction, just as the practice of loving-kindness meditation cultivates positive, compassionate thoughts toward others. Salt in the living room can serve as a reminder to cultivate peaceful, harmonious energy in your relationships. It's a practice of consciously setting the intention to maintain balance and to interact with others in a way that promotes understanding and compassion. Example: I once visited a family whose living room was always filled with laughter and warmth, but I noticed that they had a small bowl of salt on the coffee table. I was curious, so I asked about it, and they explained that they placed salt in the living room to help maintain harmony during family gatherings. They had noticed that when tensions rose or disagreements began to surface, the salt seemed to help calm things down. It didn't eliminate the conflicts entirely, but it created a sense of peacefulness that allowed everyone to approach the situation more mindfully. This is a great example of how small, symbolic actions can create a shift in energy. In Buddhist teachings, we are reminded that everything we do, no matter how small, carries a certain energy. By placing salt in the living room, we are reminding ourselves to carry that energy with intention, fostering peace and goodwill among everyone present. Salt in the kitchen. The kitchen is often considered the most important room in the house, as it is the space where food is prepared, nourishment is offered, and sustenance is created. In many cultures, the kitchen is seen as the heart of the home, and the energy here is essential for maintaining the overall balance of the household. Placing salt in the kitchen is believed to promote health, abundance, and prosperity. It is said to attract positive energy that enhances the preparation of nourishing meals and ensures that the food served is imbued with positive intentions. In Buddhist practice, the act of preparing food is viewed as a sacred activity. It is an opportunity to practice mindfulness, offering food with compassion and gratitude. The kitchen, as the place where nourishment is prepared, can be seen as a space for cultivating mindfulness and intention in every action. Salt, in this context, symbolizes the purity of intention that should accompany the act of feeding oneself and others. Example: a close friend of mine, who is a Buddhist practitioner, often talks about how she approaches meal preparation with mindfulness. She makes sure to add salt to the dishes she prepares, not just for taste, but as a symbol of purifying the food and offering it with love and care. Her belief is that the energy of the food reflects the energy of the cook, and by placing salt in the kitchen, she ensures that each meal is filled with good intentions, making it a nourishing experience for the body and soul. The kitchen, like the other spaces in the home, requires conscious attention and intention. Salt in the kitchen can serve as a reminder to approach the act of cooking with mindfulness, ensuring that everything we prepare and consume is in alignment with our spiritual and physical well-being. Salt in the bedroom. The bedroom is a space for rest, rejuvenation, and intimacy. It's where we recharge our physical and emotional energies, and as such, it holds great significance in maintaining overall well-being. Placing salt in the bedroom is thought to promote restful sleep, alleviate stress, and create a peaceful, calming atmosphere. Salt is believed to absorb negative energy that may have accumulated throughout the day, allowing you to sleep more soundly and wake up feeling refreshed. From a Buddhist perspective, sleep and rest are seen as essential practices for maintaining balance in both the body and mind. Sleep, after all, is a form of meditation, a time for the mind to rest and rejuvenate, just as one would prepare a meditation space to ensure a peaceful and uninterrupted practice. Creating a restful environment in the bedroom is essential for spiritual and emotional well-being. Example: I have a friend who struggled with insomnia for years. After learning about the practice of placing salt in the bedroom, she decided to give it a try. She placed a small bowl of salt under her bed, and each night before sleeping, she would set the intention to let go of the worries and stresses of the day. Over time, she noticed that her sleep improved, and she felt more rested and balanced. The salt didn't solve everything immediately, but it acted as a physical and symbolic reminder to let go of the negative energy and relax. The bedroom is a space where we should cultivate tranquility, and salt serves as a tool to help achieve that. In Buddhist teachings, we are encouraged to create spaces that support our well-being, and placing salt in the bedroom is a simple yet effective way to ensure that the energy of the room is conducive to rest, rejuvenation, and peace. Salt under the bed. The bedroom, often regarded as a sanctuary for rest and rejuvenation, is one of the most important spaces in the home. It is where we retreat to relax, recharge, and escape the stresses of daily life. However, the energy of the bedroom can profoundly influence the quality of our rest and emotional well-being. In many cultures, it is believed that placing salt under the bed can help absorb negative energies that might disturb sleep, leading to a more peaceful, restful environment. This simple yet powerful practice is rooted in the belief that salt has the ability to cleanse and protect, creating a shield around the sacred space of rest. In Buddhist philosophy, the concept of rest is not just physical, it is mental and spiritual as well. Sleep, like meditation, is viewed as a state in which the mind and body are given the opportunity to restore balance. However, it is also a time when the subconscious mind processes emotions, fears, and anxieties. This is where the practice of placing salt under the bed can have a profound impact. Just as the Buddha encouraged mindfulness in all aspects of life, whether in meditation, work, or rest, salt under the bed serves as a symbolic act of purifying the environment before sleep. It helps create a space where the mind can let go of negative thoughts, fears, and anxieties, allowing the practitioner to enter a state of calm and peace. From a psychological perspective, sleep is a critical time for processing emotions and experiences. When we are unable to sleep due to anxiety, worry, or stress, it can be a reflection of an imbalanced mind. The practice of using salt under the bed serves as a tangible reminder to release those thoughts before rest. It's a way of setting an intention that the mind will not carry the weight of negativity into sleep, but rather will embrace peace and tranquility. The Buddhist approach to rest emphasizes the importance of protecting the body and mind. The practice of creating a peaceful environment for sleep aligns with the Buddhist concept of self-care and self-compassion. In Buddhism, this self-care is seen not as indulgence but as an essential part of maintaining mental clarity, emotional stability, and overall well-being. Salt under the bed acts as a protector, helping to clear the space of any distractions or disturbances that could interfere with rest. The act of placing salt under the bed also represents the Buddhist principle of letting go. Just as a meditator lets go of distractions and attachments during practice, placing salt under the bed can be viewed as an act of letting go of all the accumulated worries and fears of the day. This is a symbolic cleansing of the mental and emotional burdens that we often carry with us, allowing us to rest with a sense of release and renewal. Example: I remember a woman who struggled with insomnia for years, her sleep often disrupted by feelings of anxiety and constant worry. After learning about the practice of placing salt under the bed, she decided to try it as a remedy. First, she was skeptical. How could something as simple as salt make a difference in her sleep patterns? But over time, she found that not only did her sleep improve, but her dreams became more peaceful as well. She described waking up feeling more rested, and with a sense of clarity she had not experienced in years. Her mind, once clouded by anxiety and restless thoughts, now felt lighter and more at ease. What stood out to her most was the psychological shift that occurred during her bedtime routine. The salt under the bed became a ritual, a signal that she was intentionally letting go of her fears and anxieties before sleep. It was no longer just about physical rest, it became a spiritual practice. She began to see it as an opportunity to cleanse her mind of the worries that plagued her during the day, making way for deeper, more restorative rest. This practice mirrors the Buddhist concept of vipassana or insight meditation, which involves letting go of the mental clutter and distractions that hinder mindfulness, just as a practitioner of vipassana aims to clear their mind to attain clarity and peace. Placing salt under the bed became her personal method of clearing her mind before sleep. It was a way of preparing herself mentally and spiritually for the rest her body so desperately needed. Over time, this simple act of placing salt under the bed became a daily ritual of mindfulness for her. It was not just about improving her sleep. It was about cultivating a sense of peace that carried over into her waking life. The more she practiced this ritual, the more she began to notice other subtle shifts in her life. Her anxiety lessened, her relationships improved, and she felt more present in her day-to-day experiences. This story illustrates the power of ritual and intention. The Buddhist approach to ritual is not about performing acts mechanically, but about cultivating mindfulness and awareness in each action. The placement of salt under the bed is a physical act that helps to anchor a spiritual intention, an intention to let go, to purify, and to invite peace into one's life. In conclusion, salt under the bed serves not only as a physical purifier, but as a tool for mental and emotional cleansing. It symbolizes the Buddhist practice of letting go, of releasing the burdens of the day before rest. It is a small but powerful act that can create profound shifts in how we approach sleep, stress, and emotional well-being. By placing salt under the bed, we are reminding ourselves to protect our sacred space of rest, to create a sanctuary for our mind and body to rejuvenate, and to embrace peace before entering the world of dreams. As with many Buddhist practices, the key is mindfulness, being present in the act, setting an intention, and allowing that intention to manifest in the form of peace, rest, and healing. Salt near your financial area, like a study or home office. The study or home office is a key space in the modern household, where individuals focus on work, financial decisions, and goal setting. In many spiritual traditions, the area where we manage our finances is seen as a place that holds significant energy. Salt placed in this space is thought to attract abundance, resolve financial difficulties, and cleanse the area of any negative energy associated with money. While this might sound like an old folk remedy, the underlying principle is rooted in more profound spiritual and philosophical ideas about energy, intention, and mindfulness. Salt, being a natural purifier, is believed to absorb and neutralize negative energies. When placed in a space dedicated to managing one's finances, such as a home office or study, it is said to create a barrier against financial stress and obstacles. The act of placing salt in this space symbolizes an intention to clear away mental clutter, uncertainties, or fears surrounding money, thus creating room for prosperity to manifest. From a Buddhist perspective, financial success is not merely about material gain. but about cultivating the right mindset and making the right efforts. The practice of placing salt near one's financial area can be understood in the context of right effort and right livelihood, which are part of the Noble Eightfold Path. Right effort involves exerting the proper amount of effort in your actions, while right livelihood suggests that the way we earn our living should be ethical, beneficial, and aligned with a higher moral standard. In this way, the act of placing salt in your workspace serves as a reminder to approach your financial endeavors with mindfulness, diligence, and integrity. Financial challenges are often associated with stress, anxiety, and a sense of lack. However, Buddhist teachings emphasize that external conditions do not define our happiness or success. Rather, it is our internal state that shapes how we experience those external factors. By creating a clear and positive environment around your financial work, you are cultivating an inner peace and focus that will enable you to make wiser decisions and attract opportunities in alignment with your values and intentions. Example: a small business owner struggling with cash flow problems decided to place salt in his office, not necessarily as a magical solution, but as a way to set the intention for creating a more positive and focused work environment. Over time, he found that his mindset shifted. Rather than feeling overwhelmed by financial concerns, he began to approach his business with greater clarity and determination. He also noticed more opportunities for collaborations and new customers arising, and his sense of direction in business became clearer. The salt was a daily reminder for him to work diligently, make ethical decisions, and remain open to the prosperity that comes from aligned effort. He saw this practice not as an act of superstition, but as a symbolic reminder of how mindfulness and right effort can lead to tangible improvements in his financial circumstances. In Buddhist practice, financial success is not purely a matter of gaining wealth, but about living in alignment with your true values, fostering a sense of purpose in your work, and contributing to the well-being of others. Salt placed near your financial area is a simple tool that helps foster the right conditions for these principles to unfold. By using it as a symbol of your own dedication to ethical work, you are also setting the intention to attract opportunities and wealth that are harmonious with your greater purpose. Salt on the windowsills. Windows are often considered the eyes of the home, allowing light, fresh air, and energy to flow in and out. The windowsills, in particular, serve as a kind of barrier between your home and the outside world. In many spiritual traditions, placing salt on windowsills is believed to create a protective shield against negative influences from the outside, while also enhancing the flow of positive energy into the home. This practice underscores the importance of maintaining a balanced relationship with the external world, protecting your inner peace while remaining open to the positive energy that can enter your space. In Buddhism, there is a deep understanding that our external circumstances do not determine our happiness. It is our internal state, our awareness, and our mindfulness that shape how we experience the world around us. The act of placing salt on the windowsills serves as a reminder to protect our inner peace, ensuring that we are not unduly affected by external disruptions or negative influences. Salt on the windowsills symbolizes the effort to maintain clarity and calm within ourselves, regardless of what is happening outside. In the context of Buddhism, this practice can also be seen as a reflection of the principle of detachment. In Buddhist thought, attachment to external circumstances, whether they are positive or negative, leads to suffering. By placing salt on your windowsills, you create a physical and symbolic boundary that reinforces the understanding that your peace does not depend on what is happening outside, but on how you choose to respond to those events. Just as a meditator strives to maintain mental clarity by observing thoughts without attachment, placing salt on the windowsills can be seen as a practice of observing external influences without allowing them to disturb your inner state. The salt acts as a filter, allowing only positive energy to flow through, while protecting you from the negativity that might try to seep into your life. Example: a woman I know who had recently gone through a difficult divorce started placing salt on her windowsills. The divorce had left her feeling vulnerable and uncertain about her future. She was constantly troubled by external opinions and judgments from others, which exacerbated her feelings of insecurity. By placing salt on her windowsills, she symbolically created a barrier between herself and the outside world. Over time, she found that she was less affected by negative comments and judgments, and her sense of self-worth improved. The salt on her windowsills served as a reminder to focus inward, to protect her peace, and to let only positive energy and thoughts enter her mind. This simple act helped her regain control over her emotional state, enabling her to heal and move forward. In the Buddhist context, this practice reinforces the idea that external circumstances, whether positive or negative, do not dictate our internal experience. By using salt as a tool to protect your home from negative energy, you are also practicing the art of detachment, letting go of the need for external validation or approval. Salt on the windowsills serves as a reminder to cultivate inner peace, protecting your emotional space while remaining open to the beauty and positivity that the world can offer. As we've seen, these ancient practices of using salt in specific areas of your home are more than just rituals. They are tools for cultivating mindfulness, clearing negative energy, and creating a peaceful, abundant environment. Whether it's placing salt near the entrance to your home, under your bed, or in your workspace, the key is the intention behind each action. When done with purpose, these practices can bring about real change in your life, both physically and mentally. Remember, the spaces we inhabit are not just physical. They carry the energy we bring into them. By consciously setting intentions through these small but meaningful acts, we can transform our environment into a space that fosters peace, harmony, and prosperity. If you've enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with others who could benefit from these practices. And don't forget to comment below with your thoughts or any experiences you've had with energy clearing practices. Also, if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe to the Buddhist Echoes channel for more insights into Buddhist philosophy, mindfulness practices, and how to live a life full of peace and balance. Until next time, remember that true peace begins within, both in your heart and in the spaces you create around you.